Hello and welcome to Big Orbit's Cardfight Vanguard weekly update. My name is James and I will be going through the cards shown throughout the past 8 days this week. Firstly, I should talk about the new keyword announced for Genesis, Revelation. Revelation activates when a unit with Revelation is placed on the specified circle. You then look at the top card of your deck, decide to either leave it on the top or put it into your soul. If you do put something into your soul though, you have to rest one of your rear guards. To show this, in a card we have Boulder Feta Gyol. He has Revelation on the rearguard circle, then as an auto with Generation Break and Counterblast 1. When this unit is placed on rearguard circle, if you have a Fenrir Vanguard, you may pay the cost. If you do, until the end of turn, this unit gets plus 4000 power and auto once per turn. When this unit attacks, you may Soul Blast 3. If you do, draw a card. So the one great thing about Revelation is that it's not Generation Break 1, so you can easily score some extra damage or soul before you even get to grade 3. His second skill is pretty good too, as the Soul Blast 3 doesn't seem like that big of a cost, especially with the new Revelation as well. The second GR has also been announced, and as people have already guessed, it's Fenrir. Mystical Hellsky Beast Fenrir is a stride with both an act ability and a continuous ability. His continuous is Generation Break 2, where your rearguard's Revelation abilities become: when this unit is placed on rearguard circle, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put up to one of them into your soul, and put the other or others on the top of your deck. The act ability has you Counterblast 1 and Soul Blast 1 to either draw a card, or Soul Charge 1 and give one of your rearguards plus 3000 power. Because of this second skill, people really wanting a good counter charger for Genesis, and with the first ability, if you see 2 triggers, because it's up to 1, you can put both triggers back onto the top of the deck. It also nullifies the resting cost of the usual Revelation. We also have a grade 1 for Fenrir, Feta of Shackles, Gelgia. Like Gyol, Gelgia has Revelation on rearguard circle. Then as an act in the soul, you can put this card at the bottom of your deck to choose one of your rearguards and stand it. That unit also gets plus 3000 power. Then if you have a Fenrir Vanguard, Soul Charge 2 and give a unit another plus 3000 power. This card is amazing for a common, and you can use a lot of it even if you don't have Fenrir as your Vanguard. He's made to stand the units you rested with Revelation, but at the same time, it can also help you against Mega Colony. And with Iris you can put him back into the soul. A Triple R Grand Blue Stride has been shown. His name is Storm Calling Pirate King Gash. When this unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, you can Counterblast 1, Soul Blast 1 and Chi Persona Blast to choose up to 5 cards from your soul, put them into your drop zone, choose the same number of cards from your drop zone and call them to separate rearguard circles, and those units gain plus 1000 power for each face-up card in your G zone until the end of the turn. This will allow you to exchange the triggers that go into your soul to give power to then the next turn take them out and replace them for stronger units to put on the field. This guy will work best in late game, as it does take a lot of setup to make the most of this unit, but it can lead to a very powerful turn combined with Hollow. We also get 3 new Sentinels this week. Firstly, we have Neonecta's Quintet Wall, Ouroboros' Defensive Wall, Sanelma. After you've done the usual effects of a Quintet Wall, you can choose one of your Guardians with the same name as a card on your Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle, called by this effect, and put it into your hand. Luckily, Ouroboros decks don't usually use that much counterblasts, so the cost of the Quintet Wall doesn't really matter. The second Sentinel is another Quintet Wall, this time for Link Joker. Reversal Star Vader Nobelium has the additional skill where if you successfully block the attack, your opponent locks one of their rearguards. This is good for Chaos Breaker Dragon decks, as you can continue to annoy your opponent even after they unlock with the Soul Blast 1 and draw and retire thing. The last Sentinel we have of the week is the Gold Paladin's Perfect Guard, Holy Mage Lavinia. As well as the usual Nullify effect, she has Generation Break 1 and Unite ability, and when she is placed on Rearguard Circle from your deck, you may put one of your other rearguards at the bottom of your deck, then at the end of turn you can put this card into your hand. Now this can't be used for Gurgwit's defensive effect, but her cost isn't very big as Gold Paladin make good use of open Rearguard Circles. Flying Rise Knight Danius is a new Royal Paladin Grade 2. As it continues on Rearguard Circle during your turn, this unit gains plus 1000 for each of your other Brave units. Then as an act on Rearguard Circle once per turn with Generation Break and 1 and Brave, you can Counterblast 1 and this unit will gain plus 2000 power, as well as the additional effect where at the end of your turn, put one of your other Brave rearguards into your hand. The good thing about his first ability is that he doesn't have to be in Brave to gain the extra power. The second ability is costly, but could be useful in certain situations. A less interesting but still useful Grade 2 Royal Paladin is Escort Eagle. On Guardian Circle it gains plus 5000 shield. Additionally, this unit also has resist. Then we have Orberus's Frontal Guard Ira. Not to get confused with Orberus's Royal Guard Irie, is a Grade 1 for Neonectar. As an act on the Vanguard Circle, you can choose a unit named Orberus Dragon Ratoon from your rearguard circle and put it into your soul. You can then search your deck for a card named Orberus Dragon Branch or Orberus Dragon Timber and put it into your hand. If you put Branch into your hand, you can then ride it as stand. With this unit's skill only working on the Vanguard Circle and it being a Grade 1, not going to be doing much throughout most of the game, but it is very useful to help you with that ride shit. There's also 2 new G-Guardians. For Pale Moon, we have Doting Harlequin Maya, who has the Magia ability. When she's placed on Guardian Circle, if you have Vanguard with Magia, this unit gains plus 5000 shield, and then you can Magia a card out from the soul. If your Vanguard does not have Magia, then you may soul charge 3. So you can intercept with the card that you Magia'd out to get this to 25,000 shield. The second G-Guardian is for Neonectar, Flower Princess of Autumn Scenery Verna. When this unit is placed on Guardian Circle, choose one of your rear guards, and that unit gets plus 5000 shield for each other unit with the same name. This is a card to rival even Griscourt's shield value, as you can easily get 4 of the same unit out in an Asher deck. The next few cards have just recently been announced. The images are low quality, as they are just pictures taken out of a monthly Bushiroad magazine, but there are some great new Link Joker and Genesis cards. Star Vader Infinite Distarve is a new Grade 3 for Link Joker. On Vanguard Circle with Limit Break 4, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, choose up to one of your rearguard Star Vader Infinite Zero Dragon and bind it face up, then ride it as stand. If you do ride, choose up to one of your opponent's front row and back row rearguards and lock them. Then on Rearguard Circle, when this unit's attack hits a Vanguard, if you have a Star Vader Infinite Zero Dragon as your Vanguard, you can counterblast 2 and discard a card to bind this card face up and ride it as stand. If you're lucky, you can ride 4 times in one turn, but it's very unlikely. Still, this card puts a lot of pressure on your opponent. Star Vader Jaminga Dragon is a Grade 2. If you have an Infinite Vanguard, this unit gains plus 2000 power for each of your opponent's locked cards in the same column. Also, when your Grade 3 Infinite unit is placed on Vanguard Circle, you may counterblast 1 to lock one of your opponent's back row rearguards. We also get the Grade 1 for Star Vader's Star Vader Heliopose Dragon. As an act on the Rearguard Circle, once per turn with Generation Break 1, you can Soul Blast 1 if you have a Star Vader Vanguard to choose one of your opponent's back row locked cards and Omega lock it. If you do, this unit also gains plus 3000 power. So as you can see, these 2 units do work together, and the power buffs make it so you're going to have some pretty big column. Icecrest Goddess Svava is a Genesis Grade 3, and she has Revelation on both Vanguard Circle and Rearguard Circle, and a once per turn act on Vanguard Circle or Rearguard Circle with Generation Break 1. This unit gains plus 5000 power, and only on Vanguard Circle this card will also let you draw with the same Soul Blast. A new Quintet Wall for Genesis is Secret Elsie. She has Revelation on Rearguard Circle, and when she's placed on Guardian Circle from your hand, when your Vanguard is being attacked, you can choose any number of cards from your soul and put them into the drop zone. Then call the same amount of cards from your drop zone to Guardian Circle. Now, this is one of my favorite versions of the Quintet Wall. Granted, it's not really a Quintet Wall, but it's taken from the same thing. It doesn't use up any counterblast as well, which is great, and it can be used in any Genesis deck. And it worked really well in Regalia, because then you can just bring out Cider as well, and Cider would just put all the cards back into your soul. It's a great card, one of my favourite Quintet Walls yet. Then Fetter of Pile 50 is a double R. He will be acting as Fenrir's Heart Thump Worker clone. And lastly, we have Battle Maiden Kotonoha, who is a Grade 2 with Revelation on the Rearguard Circle, and during your turn, when one or more of your cards is put into the soul, this unit gets plus 1000 power. Then, if that unit had Revelation, this unit gets another 1000 power. So you can keep on stacking it. So what it means by when one or more of your cards is put into the soul, it doesn't mean for the whole turn, it just means if he says soul charge 3, you'll only get the 1000 power for it. But if you do multiple revelations, then you keep on gaining the power. So it's probably going to replace Jormungand, but I could see Jormungand and this card working in the same deck, maybe 2 of each. So that is all for this week. Feel free to leave a comment about the new cards, or if you just have a question about rulings or whatever. And be sure to check out next week as well, when I'll be doing the cards shown throughout the past 7 days. So I'll see you next time. Bye!